Now we shall discuss about the different crop seasons in India. What is a crop season? A crop season is a season of classification of the time of the period when a particular crops are grown basing on the climatic conditions and basing on the crops which are grown during that particular period. Generally, in India, we have three major crop seasons. One is kharif, while the second one is rabi. We have kharif and rabi cropping systems or seasons. Between the kharif and the rabi time, we have the shortest season called Zaid. This is the third major crop season. So, total we have three major crop seasons in India according to the India's climatic condition. So, when it comes to kharif and rabi, these are the main time period when the actual cropping pattern grows in India. In the break time of kharif and rabi, we have the Zaid crops being growing. Now let us first discuss about rabi crop. Rabi crop starts from the month of October to December, and they will be collecting the crop output from April to June. So the process of putting the crop starts after October till the December, and they would be getting the crop into hand from April to June. So the major cropping pattern, what happens in this rabi season is major crop is wheat, then the next crop is barley, oats, all these grams, pulses come under the category of the rabi period croppings. We all know that there is a lot of difference between the crop seasons. Why do we need to bifurcate or differentiate the cropping seasons? Because in rabi only a particular kind of crops can be grown, or during this time period of from October to December, we all know that in North India or in South India, you don't experience much of the hot temperatures during this tenure. It is only from the month of March to September you experience hot climatic conditions, especially in the month of May, you experience hot climatic conditions in North India or in South India. So, basing on the climatic conditions only, the seasons of the crops are bifurcated. So, during the period of October to December, the average temperature on the Indian land will not increase more than 25 degrees. That is the best suitable time for the growth of wheat. That's why wheat is extensively grown during the rabi season. It has been grown in almost all north states and it produces in a large amount of wheat for us. Prior to 1960, the production was not very high. It was not satisfactory according to the required levels of the Indian population. It was having very limited output, though it has been produced in large lakhs of hectares of land. But in 1960, with the efforts of M.S. Swaminathan, the Green Revolution has been implemented. With the implementation of the Green Revolution, in this Green Revolution, there are three major steps that have been focused clearly. Three major steps are: first, HYV seeds, irrigation facilities, and the third one is pesticides. So, the high yielding variety of the seeds are brought into the market and the irrigation facilities have been improved. Later, pesticides, the amount of pesticides which are used on the crop has been increased to produce a maximum output using the Green Revolution technology, and with this we got a rapid increase of production. Prior to this, the land which was brought under cultivation was around some 30 to 40 million. It increased nearly fourfold times into 140 million, where the production has been tripled than the prior production. This has brought a revolutionary change in the agricultural field. So green revolution has brought the productivity to the maximum levels with the implementation of the technology and modern means into the agriculture. From then onwards, we have never seen any kind of drawbacks coming for agriculture in regards to the wheat and barley. In 1960, 61, 62, year by year, a trial basis it has been used, first on wheat, then on the pulses, then on the rice, paddy, and all these crops started to get the impact of the green revolution. Now moving on to the second category of cropping period, that is kharif. During the kharif crop period, we have the special crop called paddy. It has been also been grown in many parts of India, North India and South India. As I told you prior to this kharif season starts after the rabi season's period gets to an over, and then between the period of rabi and kharif, we have the time period of April to July, where we have the Zaid period. It is a break period. It is a break period. These are the major cropping seasons. Here paddy is produced during this kharif season. The specialty of the kharif season is, for the production of paddy, we need high amount of heavy temperatures and huge amount of water. So after the rainy season starts in India, after the monsoons, you get the underground layers filled with water, and we have temperatures average above than 30 degrees Celsius. So that is the two factors which are contributing for the growth of paddy during the time of the kharif season. That is the reason why we are able to produce paddy more in the entire world. India is standing in the second position in the production of the paddy, only after China, because China land also is available more for them, so they were able to produce more in amount. And when it comes to the production, India stands only at the second place in the production of the paddy, which shows that in India, in almost major northern states and major southern states, we produce paddy on a very, very large scale. North and southern states. Now moving on to Zaid. During this period, or the break period between the rabi and the kharif, or kharif and the rabi seasons, what are the major crops that have been produced? We all know major vegetables, watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, fruits. These are the major crops that are being produced during this break period in the same fields, in the same land during the tenure of the Zaid period. So it has been a contributing factor to the farmer. He can produce 3 crops if the land is very fertile, and if he is having the availability of water, definitely he can produce 3 crops in the same field. Some crops may not support for more than 2, but in India, fortunately, we have many lakhs of hectares where they can contribute for continuous production because of the fertile lands available for us near the Indo-Gangetic plain, the Ganga plateau plain, or the Krishna Godavari region belt, where we have the soil being more and more fertile, and the delta parts especially of these rivers contribute for this kind of 3 crops in the same year, where there many farmers are fortunate enough to use this capacity of the land. Now let's have a brief recap of this one. We have 3 major crop seasons of agriculture in India: Kharif, Rabi and Zaid. In Kharif, the major crop which is produced is paddy. India stands second in the production of rice or paddy after only China, and India produces a large amount of paddy by producing in northern and the southern states equally important. Rice has been a staple food for all the maximum population of India in South India, and also it has been taken as a additional food in North India. So rice is the most important food item in all our Indian menus. Moving on to the second major crop season, that is Rabi season. Rabi season starts from October to December, where the initial process of cropping does, and they get the output, or the harvesting season starts from April to June. The major crop which has been produced during this period is the wheat, the next is barley, and the next is oats. With the implementation of the green revolution technologies like high yielding variety of seeds, irrigation facilities improvement, and using pesticides to eradicate all the unnecessary diseases which are hurting the growth of the crop, has brought a revolutionary change in India in regards to the production of agriculture. In the break period, or in the time gap between the Rabi and the Rabi and the Kharif, we have the period called Zaid period. In this Zaid period, that is called break period, where they produce vegetables, watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, and fruits, etc., which are for a short period of time from 45 days to 90 days, where it gives a change for the land also to produce. And in India, we have fortunately many lakhs of hectares which can be used for 3 crop seasons in the same year. That's how India has been very, very fortunate, and these are the major crop seasons in India.
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.